See how there's a contradiction? Someone had to write a book of rules for people to follow to believe that they are the righteous ones. They are on the God path. They didn't do anything wrong. They never wound up in the LGBT community. They never had a divorce. They never stole money. They never desperately, begged someone, can you pay me? I'll have sex with you. Just, I have no idea how to survive at this point in time. That's most wives. Most wives know they better give it up for their husband or he'll go elsewhere. That still runs rampant in 90% of America. So are most wives technically hoes? Are they whores in some way? Because most husbands are still providers. That is still 90% of the case. And even if the women seem like providers, I can guarantee they got money from dead people, life insurance, houses, real estate, stocks, bonds, and then some. So say, a doctor married a mailman. Depends on how much the doctor works, who's the provider. But also, the doctor probably has family that has $1 million in assets coming down the line when people pass away. So anyway, just saying, I was thinking, like, if all the people who sort of make fun of artists, oh well, she's, there's a muse out there inspiring her to write this, that, and the other. What would she do without that? But what would people do without veterinarian clinics? Because they didn't have these back in the day. You had people trying to figure stuff out on farms. Then it became like just a machine, a factory. We got to pump out more veterinarians. 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 Now they're a dime a dozen. So anywho, let me situate this before I get to my dog walk here. So these are bags that I would have used anyway, but one at a time while walking dogs. So I might as well just pick them up now while they're available, and I don't have to worry about them being empty. No one cares that much. Should see all the pigs out there with their dogs. And I'm kidding. I used to joke about the poodle pack mafia. So a bunch of people with poodles had a little meetup group in Rittenhouse Square, kind of. Little ring of poodles, the poodle ring. What was so funny is they would be dressed to the nines. They would have their nails done. They would have bows in their hair. And it started to become like comical that there was this poodle pack mafia. Standard poodles. They were mostly standard poodles, which are actually, 2 feet high or so. Like, they're kind of tall, 2 to 3 feet high. Then you have miniature poodles, teacups, I guess, whatever all the other ones are called. But most of the poodles in the Poodle Pack Mafia were standard poodles. And the standard poodle has been recognized quite a bit by the Philadelphia Kennel Club Dog Show. They are well known as winding up in the final rounds of the judging. And anyway, and on several occasions they've won, top dog, top whatever you call it, won the dog show. You want to see a real dog show, just come on down to Philadelphia. You don't have to go to the kennel club and watch people trying to boss dogs around. Just come on down to Philadelphia. It happens here, plays out in reality. It's a reality show, Best in Show. In fact, a long time ago, this is too funny. I used to go to the Sager Dog Run, and someone was like, someone should make a mockumentary like the Best in Show dog show, and make a mockumentary of the Sager Run. A lot of cars here on 17th Street. We're kind of backed up because of Chef's Warehouse down there and some construction on Pine. So lots of cars, lots of cars. This usually does not happen, so there must be a little kink there on Pine Street. Little kink in someone's chain. Oh. 3, 2, 1, countdown's on. For you. Little kink on Pine Street. When I think of Pine Street and a kink, I think of a murder that happened eons ago. And it sort of became a thing, like, be careful on Pine Street. And I actually wound up living in a building that was right at the corner of Pine and 13th. So the door was actually on 13th. Dirty Frank's. And I didn't even think of it back then. I just sort of, again, I was in a hurry to find a place to live, and Pro Properties came to the rescue, per se. See how that works when you're super vulnerable? Certain people come into play. And the vulnerable are often taken advantage of. But you're supposed to be grateful. You can't bite the hand that feeds you, can you? Spilled milk here? So anyway, just saying. Lots going on. It's a busy week. Broad Street Run is coming up. Graduations, all kinds of stuff in May. Also, people see it as mayhem. Some people in conspiracy worlds see May as a sacrificial month. October and May would be peak sacrificial times in some people's minds. They see mayhem. Maypole is also seen as a ritualistic. There's the Maypole dance or whatever. Labor Day, or that's Memorial Day. And then there's Maypole does have to do with labor on some level, I think. But anyway, some people see that as a ritual dance of the slaying, and it's just like accepted in very old school minds that people get sacrificed and slayed. That's the way of the world. I was not raised this way. I had to learn it to figure out what was going on in my world around me, because there are a lot of gremlins who like to play games, so they will keep creating the machine even though it doesn't need to be created any longer. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.